We moved into Sycamore Glen in July. New job, new house, new start. It was me, my wife Hannah, and our daughter Lucy, 4 years old, obsessed with bugs and sidewalk chalk. The neighborhood looked like something off a postcard. Manicured lawns, white fences, American flags. Even the dogs seemed polite. At closing, the realtor handed me a binder. "Welcome packet," she said. "HOA rules are strict, but they keep the community beautiful." She said it like it was a selling point. I didn't open it until the second day. First page, bold red text. All lawns must be watered every 3 hours, including overnight. No exceptions. I laughed. Thought it was a typo. Who waters their lawn at 3 a.m.? Turns out, everyone. First night, I woke up to the sound of sprinklers. Ch, 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 like clockwork. Every house. Perfect synchronization. Even the one across the street that no one lived in yet. Hannah said, "Maybe it's automatic timers." But ours didn't come on. We didn't even have a sprinkler system yet. Next morning, there was a note duct taped to our front door. "Your lawn was dry at 3:08 a.m. First warning." No signature, no envelope, just that. The grass looked fine, but I dragged a hose out and watered it anyway. Midday, another warning. Intervals must be consistent. Every 3 hours. You missed 12 p.m. That night, I set an alarm for every 3 hours. Midnight. 3 a.m. 6 a.m. I stood outside in my boxers, spraying the lawn with a garden hose like a lunatic. The grass was wet, but something else felt wrong. I started to notice it during the third night. The grass, it was growing too fast. Not inch by inch, not over days. It was growing back while I watered it. I'd mow it in the evening, and by morning it'd be ankle-deep again. Lucy ran barefoot once. Came back screaming. Said she saw something move under the grass. We chalked it up to bugs. Then we found the cat. Our neighbor's orange tabby. Split down the middle, right on our lawn. Like it had been sliced clean and laid out like a biology diagram. The grass underneath was bone white. We called animal control. They didn't come. No one did. We tried asking neighbors, but none of them would talk about it. They'd just nod, smile, and say, "Just keep it watered." That weekend, I skipped the 3 a.m. watering. One time. Just one time. At 3:11 a.m., our motion light went off. I peeked through the blinds and saw something standing on our lawn. Not a person, not an animal. It looked like a man made of roots, skin like cracked bark, mouth open too wide. And he was watering our lawn with his hands. Where the water hit, the grass twitched. He finished and walked back into the dark, vanished like steam. I thought it was a dream, until I found the third warning taped to Lucy's window. "Final infraction will be corrected at the root." Hannah wanted to leave. I agreed. We packed in silence. Lucy wouldn't go near the windows. She kept saying, "The grass is whispering." We tried to drive out at dawn, but every street was a circle. We'd exit the neighborhood and somehow end up back at our driveway. Over and over. At 3 p.m., the sprinklers came on by themselves. We hadn't touched them. At 6 p.m., we heard something crawl across the roof. At 9 p.m., the lawn started humming. At midnight, it opened. Right there in the center of our front yard, the grass split wide like lips pulling apart. Dark roots twisted beneath the soil like tendons. And from that hole, I heard something say, "Water us." We've stopped trying to leave. Every 3 hours, I water the lawn. Rain or shine, sick or healthy. It drinks more now. So much more. Sometimes I wonder if I'm still keeping the grass alive, or if it's the other way around. I think my wife was replaced first. I just didn't notice right away. We'd been married 10 years. You stop paying attention to little things. But now I think that's what let it happen. Her name's Claire, and she was always forgetful. Coffee left on the roof of the car, keys in the fridge. You know, human stuff. But one morning, she made me breakfast before I even woke up. Pancakes, bacon, black coffee, splash of cream, exactly 1 sugar cube. The way I like it. The way I never told her I like it. I asked her what the occasion was. She just smiled and said, "Just wanted to make your morning easier." That's not like her. Neither was folding my laundry without a single sock missing, or humming in the shower. She used to hate singing. That night, she kissed me like we were 25 again. Long, soft, perfect. Too perfect. The next change was my son, Theo. He was always anxious. Bit his nails until they bled, slept with the light on, didn't talk much. One night, I went to check on him, instinct, I guess. And he was already up, sitting cross-legged in bed, smiling. "Everything's okay now," he said before I asked anything. "I'm not scared anymore. You don't have to worry about me." I stood there for a second, and he tilted his head like a dog trying to mimic a person. I walked out. I didn't say anything, not yet, because part of me wanted to believe that somehow things had just gotten better. But then they started watching me. Not obviously, just little things. Claire would glance up too quickly when I entered a room. Theo would whisper something behind closed doors, then go quiet the second I knocked. The final straw was the family photo. It had always sat on the hallway shelf, one of those cheesy ones, us in matching sweaters in the snow. I walked past it one night, and something stopped me. I looked closer, and I wasn't in the picture. Just Claire and Theo, same background, same sweaters. But I was gone, like I'd never existed. I confronted her, asked if she changed it. She said no, that's always been the picture. Maybe you're remembering wrong. Her voice was sweet. Her eyes were wrong. I tried calling my brother, old college friend, my boss. Every number rang once, then went dead. No messages, no history. The next morning, I found a note on my pillow, neat handwriting, definitely not mine. "We're so glad you're happy now. No more fighting, no more stress. You're free to just enjoy us." I didn't write it, but it was signed with my name. They started locking the doors after that. Claire said it was just in case. But every night, I heard the click, then soft footsteps outside my door, and whispering. The only words I caught were, "He's almost ready." I stopped sleeping, kept a knife under the mattress, started recording them, voice memos, video, anything. But every time I checked my phone in the morning, the files were gone, wiped clean. One night, I faked sleep. At 2:14 a.m., I heard my bedroom door creak open. Claire's voice, quiet. "I hope the next one doesn't fight so hard." And then Theo. "This one took longer, but he'll give in. They always do." The door shut, and I finally realized. They don't know I'm still me. They think I'm already gone. Replaced, like they were. They're waiting for me to stop pretending. I'm still here, still human, but not for long. They've been patient. I think tonight they'll try again. And this time, I don't know if I'll be strong enough to stop them. I moved into Birch Hollow on a Tuesday. Quiet cul-de-sac. Cookie-cutter homes, perfect lawns. The kind of place where people wave at you with both hands. At first, it felt like a fresh start. A place to breathe. Then I got the letter. No stamp. No envelope. Just folded once and slid under my front door. Typed, all caps. One sentence. "You must smile when outside. No exceptions." I thought it was a prank, HOA humor or some weird neighborhood tradition. But then I looked around. Every neighbor, every single one, was smiling. The mailman, grinning ear to ear. The woman jogging past my house, big toothy beam like her face was glued that way. Even the kid riding his bike with a bloody knee had a weird, pained smile. I waved to them. They waved back, still smiling. The next day, I took a walk, no smile. My mind was on unpacking, bills, normal life. Didn't even think about it. That night, I got another letter. Warning number 1. You were seen not smiling at 3:42 p.m. Next infraction will not be taken lightly. I froze. The timestamp matched my walk exactly. I went outside the next morning, looked up and down the street. I didn't see cameras, but I felt watched. I tried asking a neighbor, guy named Craig, watering his lawn. Still smiling. I asked him if the whole smiling thing was a joke. He didn't stop smiling. He just said, "You don't want to get to warning number 3. Then he turned the hose on himself, right in the face. Just stood there, soaking himself, smiling. I went inside. The next day, I practiced, smiled in the mirror. Big, forced grin like I just won the lottery. Then I stepped out to take the trash to the curb, smiling the whole way. As I bent over to grab the bin, I slipped, busted my knee wide open on the pavement. Instinctively, I winced. Just for a second. I didn't even make it back to the porch before another letter was under my door. Warning number 2, pain is no excuse. Last chance. I didn't sleep that night. I stayed inside the next day. Curtains drawn. No reason to smile in here. That evening, I got groceries delivered. The kid who dropped them off, smiling, except his hands were trembling, and his eyes kept darting behind me, like something was standing there. He handed me the receipt. Scribbled in the corner under his fake signature were 4 words. They watch, even inside. I taped black garbage bags over the windows, pushed furniture against the doors. Smiling was one thing. Being hunted for not smiling, that was something else. Around 3 a.m., I saw headlights sweep across the wall, a car slowly creeping past my house. I peeked through the blinds. Inside the car, 4 people, all smiling, all staring at me. And in the front seat, I swear, there was a figure with no face. Just smooth skin stretched tight, like wax paper over a skull. I closed the blinds. Next morning, I found my front door wide open, no sign of forced entry. Just a letter taped to the inside of the door. You have been scheduled for correction. Please be outside by 6 p.m. Bring your smile. I called the cops. They said Birch Hollow wasn't in their jurisdiction. They transferred me 5 times before someone picked up and whispered, "They'll take your face. Don't go outside." So I didn't. 6 o'clock came and went, but the sky didn't darken. It just stalled, like someone hit pause on the sun. At 6:17 p.m., the doorbell rang. I didn't move. It rang again. Then the letter slid under the door. This one wasn't typed. It was handwritten, in shaky red ink. The paper was damp. You can't hide forever. Even a dead man can smile. I left Birch Hollow that night. Didn't pack, didn't tell anyone. Just got in my car and drove until the map turned blue and blank. I don't go outside much anymore, and when I do, I smile, even when I'm alone. Just in case they're still watching.